Tonight, the world watches as the United States military scrambles into full combat mode after Iran launched a massive missile strike on Israel. Fighter jets roar, transport planes load at lightning speed, and soldiers prepare for an unknown mission in the Middle East. What you're about to see is the inside story of how an army moves when every second counts in, why this operation could change the balance in the region. Stay tuned, because this is not just another military drill, it's a race against time. In the aftermath of the Iranian missile attacks, every branch of the U.S. military was instantly put on high alert. The Air Force, Marine Corps, and fighter squadrons received immediate combat readiness orders. This wasn't a routine drill. It was the real thing mobilization at an unprecedented pace. From barracks to airfields, the movement was relentless. Marines boarded C-17 Globemaster III transport aircraft, fully loaded with men and material. On the tarmac, forklifts and flatbeds hustled to bring in portable generators, ammunition crates, communications gear, medical supplies, everything needed for an indefinite deployment. Every inch of the cargo bay was used efficiently, leaving no room for delay or error. These aircraft weren't just carrying personnel, they were carrying the backbone of a military operation that could unfold over weeks. The plan: one stop to pick up additional forces before heading straight into the Middle East, fully loaded and ready for combat. At nearby air bases, more C-17s were being loaded with armored vehicles, tactical buggies, MRAPs, and other combat-ready machines. Soldiers went through meticulous inspections of their fighter jets, checking avionics, radar systems, wiring, electronics, and fuel systems panel by panel. Guided missiles and bombs were mounted, connected to the aircraft's electronics, and inspected with precision. Each plane needed to be perfect. There was no room for error in upcoming operations. Meanwhile, soldiers were preparing their personal gear. Rucksacks were packed with uniforms, boots, hygiene kits, and essentials for an indefinite deployment. There was no return date, no guarantee of when they would see home again. Every step of this preparation reflected the scale and seriousness of the mission. As dusk fell, soldiers formed columns outside the hangars, marching steadily toward their assigned aircraft. The C-17 ramps lowered, soldiers climbed aboard, and final cargo checks were completed. The engines roared to life, and one by one, the planes taxied down the runway before disappearing into the night sky. Upon arrival in the Middle East, the pace only intensified. Ramps dropped, vehicles were unchained and driven off. Cargo pallets pulled out, and supplies moved swiftly to their designated locations. These transport planes would make multiple trips, ensuring every soldier and piece of equipment arrived where it was needed without delay. For the troops stepping onto foreign tarmac, this base would be home for as long as the operation required. There was no timeline, no return date, just the mission ahead. Maintenance crews worked around the clock, preparing fighter jets for sustained strikes. Planes sat in rows on the apron, some under open skies, some in hardened shelters. Fuel trucks refueled aircraft with precision. Weapons teams mounted air-to-air missiles and guided bombs. And every detail from wiring harnesses to arming pins was inspected multiple times. By the time pilots arrived for briefing, each fighter jet was fueled, armed, inspected, and fully cleared for immediate deployment. This meticulous preparation meant that when orders came, the U.S. Air Force could respond without hesitation. While machines and planes moved with precision, the soldiers themselves were at the heart of this operation. Every duffel bag packed, every uniform adjusted, every boot laced perfectly reflected a commitment to the mission. These men and women were stepping into uncertainty, ready to execute orders without hesitation. Imagine standing on the tarmac as the sun sets, knowing you may not see your home again for weeks or months. Every plane that takes off carries not just equipment, but the lives of those committed to protecting global stability. This is the reality of modern warfare: fast, precise, and relentless. If you're fascinated by military operations and want more behind-the-scenes stories like this, stay with us until the end. You won't want to miss the details of what happens next. This massive mobilization shows the sheer scale and efficiency of the U.S. military in a high-stakes scenario. From transport planes to fighter jets, from cargo bays to airstrips halfway across the world. Every piece of this operation demonstrates precision and preparedness. If you found this inside look eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss updates on breaking military news, global conflicts, and exclusive behind-the-scenes stories.